Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you had a good evening. I have a special guest. I have a special guest for our video. Come here.
What's up, little dudes? I'm Spencer. Be smart, use your elbow.
So you know how I always talk about Spencer and Elijah? That's Spencer, not Spencer Gardner. Remember, I always talk about Spencer Potter.
I'm the taller one.
He's my baby. He's my youngest son. He's 6'3". So yes, he towers over me. So I was trying to think of a funny story to tell you guys, and it kind of dawned on me, like, you know how you guys would always say, Mrs. Potter, our room's so cold. It's because I'm always, I don't know. I just try to keep our room cold so you guys can stay awake. And, but I am actually always cold. In fact, I have a long sleeve shirt, this sweatshirt on. I'm wrapped in a blanket, and I'm in the office, and currently Mr. Potter and Spencer both have t-shirts on, and they think that it's warm. I don't know. Anyway, so I thought I would just share that I'm always cold when I'm home. Anyway, I hope you guys, are doing well. Sorry, the camera just dropped. Life, right? Anyways, I hope you're doing well. I hope the assignments are going well. I'm getting lots of good stuff. So you guys are amazing. Miss you guys a ton. But okay, let's get to our miraculous journey. So remember, Sarah Ruth has passed away. Bryce decided to go to Nashville, I believe. It was either Memphis or Nashville. I can't remember. And it's not going so well. And he is just kind of, like all of us, kind of at the end of our rope. We're just kind of, he seems like he's pretty stressed. So we're on chapter 21. You can see that. It says Neil's Diner. So let's see what happens. It is a pretty short chapter as well, so it won't be very long. Okay. The diner was called Neil's. The word was written in big red neon letters that flashed on and off. Inside it was warm and bright and smelled like fried chicken and toast and coffee. Bryce sat at the counter and put Edward on a stool next to him. He leaned the rabbit's forehead up against the counter so that he would not fall. What you gonna have, sugar? The waitress said to Bryce. Give me some pancakes, said Bryce, and some eggs. And I want a steak too. I want a big old steak and some toast and some coffee. The waitress leaned forward and pulled at one of Edward's ears and then pushed him backward so that she could see his face. This is your rabbit, she said to Bryce. Yes'm. He's mine now. He belonged to my sister. Bryce wiped at his nose with the back of his hand. We're in show business, me and him. Is that right? Said the waitress. She had a name tag on the front of her dress. Marlene, it said. She looked at Edward's face, and then she let go of his ear, and he fell forward, so that his head rested against the counter again. Go ahead, Marlene, thought Edward. Push me around. Do with me as you will. What does it matter? I am broken. Broken. The food came, and Bryce ate all of it without even looking up from his plate. Well, you was hungry for sure, said Marlene as she cleared away the plates. I reckon show business is hard work. Yes'm, said Bryce. Marlene tucked the check under the coffee cup. Bryce picked it up and looked at it and then shook his head. I ain't got enough, he said to Edward. Ma'am, he said to Marlene when she came back and filled up his coffee cup, I ain't got enough. What, sugar? I ain't got enough money. She stopped pouring the coffee and looked at him. You're going to have to talk to Neil about that. Neil, it turned out, was both the owner and the cook. He was a large, red-haired, red-faced man who came out of the kitchen holding a spatula in one hand. You came in here hungry, right? He said to Bryce. Yes, sir, said Bryce. He wiped his nose with the back of his hand. And you ordered some food, and I cooked it, and Marlene brought it to you, right? I reckon, said Bryce. You reckon, said Neil. He brought the spatula down on the countertop with a thwack. Bryce jumped. Yes, sir. No, sir. I cooked it for you, said Neil. Yes, sir, said Bryce. He picked Edward up off the stool and held him close. Everyone in the diner had stopped eating. They were all staring at the boy and the rabbit and Neil. Only Marlene looked away. You ordered it. I cooked it. Marlene served it. You ate it. Now, said Neil, I want my money. He tapped the spatula lightly on the counter. Bryce cleared his throat. You ever seen a rabbit dance? He said. How's that? Said Neil. You ever before in your life seen a rabbit dance? Bryce set Edward on the floor and started pulling the strings attached to his feet, making him do a slow shuffle. He put his harmonica in his mouth and played a sad song that went along with the dance. Somebody laughed. Bryce took the harmonica out of his mouth and said, He could dance some more if you want him to. He could dance to pay for what I ate. Neil stared at Bryce, and then without warning, he reached down and grabbed hold of Edward. This is what I think of dancing rabbits, said Neil, and he swung Edward by the feet, swung him so that his head hit the edge of the counter hard. There was a loud crack. Bryce screamed, and the world, Edward's world, went black. Okay, chapter 22, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow. Sorry I forgot to send the link to the video yesterday. It was kind of a stressful day and just was not thinking. Remember when I'd say my mind was a little befuddled yesterday? So anyway, I will remember the link this time, and I hope you guys are doing well. Bye.